Sentience. Do you think if a woman is not ready for a child, she should have it? As an adult, you don't know that if you open your legs that you could possibly get pregnant. How about you just not sleep with anyone who you don't want a child with? Accountability. Okay, I think that's all of them. Anyone want to speak their piece? Any comments?
I like that last one. If you don't want to have a child with someone, just don't sleep with them. Like at the end of the day, we all know, even protection. Nothing. The only thing that's 100% is abstinence. So if you do, then you can't be mad at the other person if you do if you end up pregnant, like because you knew it was a risk.
Well, and the other thing is like we only get pregnant like 4 days in the month. So it's like. and we have 41 forms of birth control. You couldn't try one? Like we have so many options to not get pregnant. You can get an IUD of a 99 point something percent chance.
But would you not say a lot of young women get pregnant because we're not really taught? I didn't know to get on anything, you know. I don't know if a lot of women went through that.
Here we're taught from a young age, from
I mean, I think
10, 11, 12.
So did you have a choice? You could have go to doctor and get the pill just like that?
With your mom, if with consent, you could, yeah.
I think that's just a lack of accountability. I'm sorry, if you're born in the age of the internet, you don't have an excuse.
No.
Like you can Google what happened. I'm sorry, you can't tell me any 15, 14-year-old doesn't know that if you have sex, you can get pregnant.
No, you know, but
you just don't care and you make that choice anyway. That's your own fault.
I feel like when parents don't talk about sex and anything, school is not enough. You might feel shy asking your parents anything, so you might risk.
I mean, I disagree. I did 12 years of Catholic school. I grew up in and we had no teen pregnancies in my high school. Except maybe there might have been one, but she was kind of not. I don't know if she was telling that. There maybe was one, but like no confirmed.
Was it a girls' school? All girls?
No, it was girls and guys. It was like a mix.
Yeah.
But I think that a lack of knowledge is just an excuse. Like I don't know how you can get to be 14, 15 and not know if you have sex, you get pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, but
you just don't care.
Yeah.
Or
like,
you're not curious enough.
You're not mature enough to fully understand the risk. You know what could happen, but I just feel like you're not.
So if someone's 14, 15 and they shoot somebody, you don't think they know what's going to happen?
They know, but they don't. I just feel like they're not mature at that stage. Someone needs to be more in control of them.
It's too much media for that. They definitely know.
They
definitely know.
No.
I think they know. They're maybe not thinking about the long run and their future, but you still know whether you decide to think about your future or not. Whatever you're doing at a young age, you still know what can happen, what the consequences will be.
I feel that's too heavy to put on a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Then
like,
maybe sex is too heavy for a 14-year-old.
There's a reason why if you were to mess with a 14-year-old, you go to jail because they really can make that sort of, they're still kids. But I understand with parents, they should, from, I don't know, like you said, your parents, you got to have contraception from 12 or 13 or so. Yeah, that's fine. They should, do that. But to expect a 14-year-old to, you have
to expect to say, Mom, let's go to doctor. I want contraception. It's a lot.
I mean, it's an uncomfortable conversation, but
the parents should say, okay, maybe we should get you something, maybe before even happens.
No, you want me to put my kid on hormones at 13, 14, 15?
It's a bad move.
I would just
start the conversation, but you should know your child when they might be having or they're going parties. You as a parent, I feel like it's more of a responsibility for you than a 14-year-old to say, Mom, let's get me contraception. I'm doing it.
You know what's interesting? The more contraception, the more they put sex ed in schools, like the more people have sex. So the more you talk about kids with sex, like before they started putting that in schools, like there was a large proportion of high school students that graduated as virgins.
Yeah, I don't agree talking a lot.
And so then even that point about, when she said about parents giving contraception, the legal age isn't even 14, 15, so you shouldn't be having sex anyway.
Yeah,
kids at that age probably ain't going to go to their parents because they know that they shouldn't be doing it because it's not legal. And also I was going to say is that especially when it comes to learning about contraception, I never got a conversation from my parents.
I think it depends on your household. But we chat to our friends. But it depends on your household.
Because I'm saying, so you have people you can actually talk to. Again, this is a very media-driven society we live in right now, so you can find something on the internet.
Yeah, but it depends on, like I said, your household.
Because I was close to my mom. I'm close to my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of people like that. So in your case, it's cool, but there's a lot of people that, especially at the age of 14, 15, you shouldn't be having it at that age because it's illegal.
You shouldn't.
You get in trouble for that. So are you really going to go to your parents and say, oh, I'm having sex at this age? Also, I suppose if you're a boy, it might be a bit more, it might not be as bad as if you was a female saying, oh, I'm having sex with a guy at that age, isn't it? But at the same time, it's
the same as smoking a cigarette. You're never gonna go to a parent and say that. So I think with sex, none of us will go to our parents and say, is this safe enough? Even if I'm 17, it's...
I think smoking's a bit different.
Because or drinking alcohol. Well, it's illegal.
I think it's a bit different because there's what can come from it is... The impact of drinking alcohol at 14 and smoking a cigarette is different from having sex and getting pregnant at 14.
But parents, it's very taboo, like sex. Parents treat sex like if it was illegal, like cigarette alcohol. You can't come even if you're 17, talk to them.
I think it depends on the generation.
Like some parents. Also, you've got some parents that might not be able to relay the information to their child so they understand it. Because think about it, if you, for example, if you had your first child at 14, 15, you may not be able to relay that message to your child effectively because you might not learn something. So some people may not be able to go to their child and say X, Y, Z. So I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, I have a question. Do you guys think that a parent should let their kid transition from like a boy to a girl or girl to a boy
Depends on the age.
At 14, 15, 16?
No.
I'll say no, and the reason why I'll say no is because I think it is a very touchy subject.
Trust me,
but
it needs to be said, innit?
I think that a kid is still developing at that age, and talking to your kid about transitioning, basically changing from one sex to the other, is a huge thing, you know. So many things will happen, and I think the parent needs to let the child to really get to understand their body for what it is, and then later on in life they can then decide if they want to, then they can then decide to do that. But I think at a very young age, encouraging a child to basically change.
Things I'm seeing.
So does everyone generally say no? Did anyone?
I would.
So generally, just
I'll let my child know they should do that when they're an adult.
Okay. Anyone? No yeses in here. Okay, so why do we let girls go on birth control, which changes their body from a young age, like 15, 16, and you can have your hormones can be changed forever and never go back?
Is that with every form of birth control?
Even copper, it has negative effects on your uterus. So you are effectively changing their body.
What's the hormonal change? Yeah.
Like, for example, it changes who you're attracted to. A lot of girls will go on birth control and develop